Hello everyone. In this video we will learn how to create online quiz or assessment by using Google Forms and Google Classroom app. Now let's start. Well, first of all, you have to open your web browser application. Then in your web browser application you have to search for Google Forms. Well, in this window you have to select this option of Google Forms sign in. When you will do so, this window will appear. In this window you have to click on this plus button and then you will get a blank form something like this. Well, initially this form will be an untitled form. It means it's a blank form. So now we have to fill all our questions and we have to change this simple form into a quiz form. Fine. Now, first of all, we have to click on the settings button and then here we have to go to this quizzes option. And then we have to click on this make this a quiz button. Fine. So when you will do so, it will activate some options in our form. That is release grades. It means how we want to show the results, that is immediately after each submission or later after manual review. So I'm clicking on this first option now and then you have to click on the save button. Now this form is saved as a quiz form. Fine. Now in this form we have to create some sections and then we have to create some questions. Well, first of all we have to set a title for this form. For that we have to click on this untitled form option and here we will write our subject. Like I am writing class 7 computer test. Then here you can write the description. For example, we are writing fill all your details carefully, read all the questions carefully, all the questions are compulsory to attempt, marks will be displayed immediately after the test. Fine. Now first we have to make the fields where students will write their name, class and section. Okay. For that I am selecting this field here and I am giving it a name of name, or I am writing enter your. Fine. And then you have to select this short answer. Fine. And then you have to click on this required button. That's it. Now in the same window we have to click on this plus button. Now we have to create a section through which students can select their class. So for that we will click on this class button, or we can write enter class. And then here we will go to this drop down button. In this drop down we have to write all our options, like it is a test for class 7, so I can write the sections like class 7A, then next will be class 7B, and similarly next will be class 7C. Then again you have to click on this required button. Now we have to click on this plus button again for the scholar number, and here we will ask for the scholar number. So we will write enter scholar number. Fine. It will be a short answer field. You have to remove this extra additional thing which is coming over here, and that's it. Fine. Again this will be a required field, so we have to click on this required button. Now we have created the first page or the first window that will appear in the test. Now we have to create some sections over here. So for that we have to click on this add section button. Find this last option over here. When you will do so, it will simply separate this section with the previous section. Fine. In this section I am writing here first question, because now we have to add all the questions one by one. Fine. and then we have to click on this plus button. Here you can write a question. Well, you can also write a description here, like I'm writing select the correct option. Now let's write our first question. Suppose I'm writing our first question as DVD. Fine. Now you have to click on this, and then you have to click this multiple choice option, or by default it will automatically select the choice depending on your question that you will type over here. Fine. Now here we have to write all the options one by one. Fine, you can add as many options as you wanted to. Fine. Then after typing all your options, you have to click on this required button. Then you have to set the answers also. So for setting answers, you have to click on this answer key option, and then you have to select your correct answer. Well, let's suppose our correct answer is this. Fine. Then over this side, you have to mention the points or marks that you want to assign for a correct answer. Fine. Suppose this is the question of 1 mark, so I'm writing 1 over here. Fine. Then you have to click on this done, and that's it. So now we have created our first question successfully. Similarly, we have to create our second question. For second question, again we will take a separate section. I'm clicking on this add section option, and then we will write here second question. Now suppose I want to create one more MCQ, so I will write select the correct option over this side in the description, and then by clicking on this plus button I can easily add a question. That's it. Fine. Now let's suppose it's our first question. Now we have to enter all the options one by one. So over this side I'm writing the first option as byte, then second, then third. Then again you have to click on this required option. Now the most important thing, if you will not click on this required option, then there will be a window for that child to skip the question. Fine. So that's why it's must to click on this required option so that students can appear or attempt all the questions. Now we have to click on this answer key, and then we have to select our correct option. Then we have to assign the marks. Fine. Now let's add one more section. Suppose I want to add a true false. So for adding a true false, first let me remove this. Now we have to add one more section, and suppose in that section I want to add my third question as a true false. So here I am writing my third question. True or false. Fine. Then I have clicked on this add button, add question option, and suppose our question is fine. Now if in case you want to select this one as, or you want to just make this one as a true false, then we will only use two options here. First is true and second is false. Fine. That's it. Now you have to click on this answer key option, then you have to give the marks. Then you have to click on this done button, and then you have to select this required option. Fine. So now let's suppose we have to add one more question. This is our fourth question. Now let's suppose in the fourth question you want to enter a FIB. After doing this much, you have to click on this add question button. Then here this over this side we have to type a question. Now let's our question is. Now let's suppose our fourth question is a FIB, that is dash language is directly understood by the computer. So now because we have this fill in the blank here, so we will click on the short answer here. Fine. Then we have to click on this answer key option, and then here we have to write our correct answer. Suppose that is machine language, or if we have more than one correct answer, then we can write in the second block also. Like I have one more option for that, I can write it as binary language also. Fine. Then I'm clicking on this one, that is mark all other answers incorrect, and then over the side you can write the marks. Done. And then you have to make this field as a required field. Well, you can also give a MCQ, or you can also give a fill in the blank in the form of MCQ by using 4 options. It's up to your choice. Now let's suppose after this fourth question we have to add one more question or one more section with a picture based question. So for that again you have to click on this add section button, and then here we will write, this is our fifth question, so we will write fifth picture based question, and then in our question we can write, well, if in case you want to insert any image as a question, then you can click on this image button. Well, for now I am writing a question in the text form and I will insert my options as a image. So I am writing my question as now let's suppose our question is, which among the following is an input device? Which among the following is an input device? Well, after writing the question we have to select all the options one by one. We have to click on this add image button, and then you have to select the image from your computer. So one by one, by using the similar pattern, you have to add all the images. Now, after adding all the answers, we have to click on this required option, and then you have to click on this answer key option, and then you have to select your correct answer. Now let's suppose this question was of 1 mark, so I'm writing 1 over here. Fine. Well, in the same manner you have to add all the questions one by one, and for each question you have to create a separate section, because when you will create a separate question, then each question will appear in a separate window. Now let's check this quiz. For checking this quiz, or for just getting a preview of this quiz, you have to click on this I button. Now as you can see that we have this first page. In this first page we have 3 options only, that is enter name, enter class, and enter scholar number. So let me write my name first. Next. Now over this side we have the questions here. Fine. As you can see, it is showing first question. Now let's select the answer. Suppose I'm clicking on this. Well, it's a wrong answer. Next, I'm clicking on this. Then let's say this one. Then it is asking that dash language is directly understood by the computer, so I'm writing machine, which is the correct answer basically. Language. Then we have this picture based question over this side. Fine. So the question is, which among the following is an input device? So option number 1 is correct, and then we have to click on the submit button. That's it. So you can see that after this we have this view score button. When I will click on this, it will show me my score, that is 4 out of 5. Along with that, it will show me all my correct answers or my wrong answers. Fine, something like this. Okay, So it was a preview test. Now let's move back to our form. Now for sharing this form with your students, you have to click on the send button, and then over this side you have to click on this link, and then from here you have to copy this link, or you can just simply click on the shorten URL, and then you can copy this URL and you can paste this URL in the WhatsApp group, or you can paste the same URL in your Google Classroom apps also. Now let's see how you will activate or deactivate this form before and after the exam. Well, just after writing this or just after creating this form, you have to click on this response tab, and then you have to click on this button. Fine. Over this side we have this accepting responses button. You have to click on this, and now this form will not be visible to anyone. Fine. And just before the starting of that exam, you have to click on this button so that it will activate the exam and students can see the questions. Fine. Now just to check all the marks or the details of students who have appeared in the examination, you can simply select either this spreadsheet option from this response tab, or you can go to this individual section, and here you can see a report of all the students one by one. Fine. If in case you want to print this as a summary report, then you can click on this spreadsheet icon. Well, now it will show you a spreadsheet with all the fields, all the questions and their answers which are given by that child. Fine. It will show you the timestamp, score, name, class section, scholar number, then all the questions and the answers which are selected by that particular child.